to go? Word. All right. I'm Ingram Smith. This is Behind the Desk, The Battle's End. This will be a short show today, but when we did an episode 2 weeks ago, talked about high school NIL and the implementation of that, which occurred earlier this week. And just wanted to circle back and give you guys the update that I said I would have when we first had this discussion. So, look, this is this is not a space that you want to have to like revisit, and I give the people in the state of Florida credit for who put this this ruling together, or the wording on this together. I think it's clear. I think it lays out what you can and can't do. And as somebody that's born and raised in the state of Georgia, I can tell you the Georgia High School Athletic Association is going through some challenges right now because they've had to go back and revisit a bill that was approved in 2023 and implemented, I think, either at the end of 23 or beginning of 24. And whenever you go back and make changes in this space, then you have to look at whether or not that's, what the ramifications of that are. I think in the state of Georgia that this will all work out, but in theory, there are a significant amount of athletes that might have their eligibility threatened based off additional language that had to be added to the Georgia state provision. So I think Florida got this right in the clarity as to how this is laid out. From a Battle's End perspective, we are going to do that of what we've always done, which is, for us, our window is when a student athlete enrolls on campus and has triggered student athlete status. And we are very excited to work with them at that time. And, we're going to stick to that of what we've done. College NIL collectives such as ourselves are prohibitively banned in the Florida language from working with student athletes. It will be very interesting to see how this works out. I think that it is going to be kind of how all things in NIL work. I think it's going to be very concentrated. I think the most talented of student athletes will benefit from the opportunity for commercial deals, and that will be limited to the 1% of student athletes. So there are some more things that I'd like to say about this, and we'll get right back to this subject matter. But want to thank our friends at Grassroots Coffee. We're shooting this show at 7:30 in the morning, and we could have no greater sponsor than a quality local coffee provider such as our friends at Grassroots. We're really excited about this Battle's End blend, about some of the entities and organizations that we're already in discussion with about carrying the Battle's End blend, and just about the response from you, the general member of the Battle's End, who has responded from a opportunity to support us in a different manner. The numbers continue to be impressive as to the amount of orders and where they're coming from, and just thank you for that. And thank the good people at Grassroots that have allowed us to have a partnership like this. Always have our partners in the vodka and tequila space. Would encourage you to go to our website and take a look at that as we get closer to football season. And we announced a really cool bundle yesterday of Kev? Buy a quarter zip and receive a green Battle's End t-shirt as well. So if you're headed over to Ireland in what is all but a month at this point, Ireland is beautiful this time of year. Ireland is not necessarily as rainy. It's not like, northern Scotland that people, I think, kind of transform Dublin to in their head. I don't know that it will, rain 5 of the 6 days that you'll be there or whatever else. But the temperatures, particularly from those of us from the Georgia and Florida regions of this country, are going to be quite different, and having a quarter zip like that may be a great thing for you to have in your wardrobe in general, but particularly on that trip. And the green TBE t-shirt is an awesome addition as well. And that's something that you can go to the website and order individually if you're so inclined. So this will be a real short show, but I did want to circle back and talk about NIL, high school NIL, and we'll get back to that right now. So what I predict, just from having spoken with a couple people in the space over the past 4 or 5 days, is that this will be great for your super talented, super the kid that's going to probably go ahead and get a high quality NIL deal once they go to college is the one that's going to benefit from this the most. Now, I don't know that high school athletes in general are going to drive the marketing decisions of too many corporations, but my prediction here is that where most of these deals and where most of the money that high school athletes have a chance to earn is going to be through trading card deals. That's what I think you'll see. That's a market that's kind of super hot right now for college athletes. And I think your, top end football players and other athletes, that is where I would look for them to do the most work in the commercial space. This could also open up opportunities for students in, what I would say, niche sports like you could see like equestrian. I could see some people that are in equestrian or like squash or things like that do particularly well, just because there's only so much opportunities for people to work in that space, and maybe that would create chances. But on the whole, I think high school NIL is a big story. I don't know that the larger ramifications of it are going to be massive. I just, I don't see how that, even if we go back like 40 years ago and we're talking about the culture that surrounded high school football at the time, even like if we're in West Texas where it's Odessa Permian or Midland Lee or something like that, I don't, does the quarterback, going to the ice cream store really move the needle that much? I'm not sure. But on trading card deals and things like that, I think it'd be a great opportunity. I also just kind of removing myself from this position and just speaking as a broader commentary that Florida, speaking as the state of Florida, high school football has suffered a little bit of a brain drain as coaches have sought to go work in other states for more money. And, maybe there's a way that in time that this could be implemented that kind of pours back more into broader programs and, creates a playing field that keeps high quality coaches of all sports in the state of Florida more rather than going and seeking opportunities in other states that historically have allowed them to make a little bit more money. So, trading card deals. If you're in particular areas of the state, do I see opportunities for high school athletes to do well? But this is not something that the Battles In will be involved in. I give the people in the state of Florida who put this language together a lot of credit. It's clear. It creates opportunities for those that want to pursue them. And, that is something that we won't otherwise be involved with. We'll talk real briefly about just camp opening up. Practice starts here today in about an hour, and I look forward to making my way over there. It is we're 3 days into practice. There's all sorts of other outlets out there that'll give you practice updates and stuff like that. That's not really our place, but we do look forward to being able to have access to the players in the near future again, and for them to be able to come and talk to you about how practice has been. I can just tell you what struck me is that this is a very deep team that is very physically gifted, and there's a lot of great competition at a lot of spots on the roster, and that the newcomers are very impressive. I mean, guys like Elijah Moore and Makai Danzy are very impressive, and people that I think is a fun cornerstone for Florida State football to continue to build around. But we're really excited now that football practice is back. It's been great to see the response to just general merchandise sales and other things that have picked up sharply over the last week, and that gives us a great barometer as to people's interest, people's excitement. And one final thing that I will point you to before we wrap this morning, and if you guys have any questions about high school NIL, I'm happy to circle back to this in the future, but this is not an arena that we'll be involved in, but I'm happy to try to give clarity as to what changes in laws mean and what that means for the broader landscape. But I do want to point to the opportunity that we announced yesterday. It is a raffle, and we have all the details on our socials here as to various ways to enter. But it's a great opportunity to win a signed turquoise jersey of what is it, Kevin? It's Luke, Brock, and DJ all signed. So you got a quarterback jersey. It's beautiful. I see it right over there on the desk in the corner of my eye. And that's just something that we've been able to do. And go to our website or social accounts to learn more as to how to enter and support the Battles In while potentially winning a really cool addition to your Florida State merchandise and collectibles. So from everybody associated with the Battles In, my name's Ingram. Appreciate your time this morning. We'll have more information to you as we build closer and closer to the kickoff of football season and a trip that will take many of y'all to Dublin. So that'll be it for this morning's show, and we will speak with you next week. Thank you.